Came across a particular book around the same time I made this video. I succumbed to my curiosity and got myself a copy from the library. Turns out it was probably the only time in my life when I didn't enjoy a book. Not for the lack of story, but because of the realization how you and I are deeply affected by the telling of the story. The Camp of the Saints is a 1973 French novel by Jean Raspail. It has been considered to be one of the most influential books, especially in the far-right circles. The story begins in Calcutta, India, and it follows a ship of third world people heading to the west. Throughout the book, it is clear that the author is against mass migration. There are very demeaning remarks about the non-Europeans in literally every single page, which in all honesty made my blood boil. The author's intent in writing the story is to warn the white Western world that if migration were to continue, it would destroy Western civilization. This feeds what is known as the white genocide conspiracy theory. It is common thinking, especially among white nationalists, that there is a deliberate plot to end white nations through interracial marriages, racial integration, and mass migration. This political myth has a long history. In 1916, an American lawyer, Madison Grant, wrote a book titled The Passing of the Great Race. He urged the US to control Jewish immigration because, if not, the Western world would collapse. Adolf Hitler wrote to Grant to thank him for writing the book, even going so far as to say that it was his Bible. Nazi Germany subsequently used this theory to justify their actions. The term white genocide appeared in a neo-Nazi newspaper in 1972, but at the time, the context was against the sudden rise in abortion and the use of contraception. However, in 1995, David Lane, a neo-Nazi, wrote the White Genocide Manifesto, where he claimed many government policies was leading to the end of the white European culture. This sentiment caught on and spread like fire, fueling a psychological panic termed as white extinction anxiety. White extinction anxiety is the white people's fear of becoming a minority, and in the process lose their race-based privileges.
So you think white people are under siege?
Absolutely.
We're facing extinction.
Whites are getting fed up. Whites are getting tired of being disenfranchised and neglected, if not discriminated against by our own government.
Books like this confirm their fear, however false they may be. It is this fear that has world leaders of the West closing doors and building walls on us.
Open border, it's a sieve. We have no idea who's coming in.
They also make global mobility super hard by putting us through exhaustive visa processing. They do not trust us, although taking from us what they need. But the sentiment of Aditi Devo Bhava remains a reject export.